Hi, it's Jane here from craftforjane.co.uk, and today I am joining the Stamp Around the UK video hop, and the theme this month was anything but flowers. So I've tried to stay as true as I can to that theme, and in the UK it is our fantastic Queen's 70th Jubilee this week. Therefore I've tried to go with quite a British theme to my project today, and I've done a slimline card, quite a cute little slimline card with an envelope, and I've picked teacups obviously because it's very British. So I've got the new cup of tea photopolymer stamp set and the matching coordinating dies as well. So I've used the teacup dies. There's this little framed outlet here as well. I've done just the leaves. I haven't done any of the flowers because obviously we need to avoid flowers, so I've just used leaves, and I've got some lemon slices there for lemon in the tea. So yeah, I thought this was quite cute, very celebratory type British with the red, white and blue colours. And yep, so this is the slimline envelope. I'll probably start with the envelope. This is some retired DSP, but you can use any DSP you have. But I just thought this was quite a handy way of using up any of those pieces of DSP that you had left over that might coordinate with this project. So without further ado, I'll start with the envelope. So for this one, I'm going to use red. So I picked this pink and white DSP, which I thought would go quite nice with it. So I've got here a piece that's 8, that and 9.5. So on the 9.5 side, I'm going to score it at 1. And then I'm going to score it at 8.25. Oops. And then I'm going to rotate it to the short side, which is on the 8th. And I'm going to score it again at 1. And I'm going to score it at 4.5. Sorry, 4.5. There we go. So I'll pop that out of the way, and I'll get my bone folder out, and we'll just do some burnishing. You can see the other side to this paper. It's lovely, lovely designer series paper. Shame it's retired, but I have some pieces left. So I thought this would be a good use for any of your retired papers. You could use current papers as well if you wanted to, but I just thought, for me personally, I enjoyed the thought of trying to use this up. Okay, so I'm going to just gently mitre in and take out these bottom corners. This bottom corner just here. So this is going to be the tab to glue, and this is going to be the tab at the bottom. So I'm going to just take that across there, and then you can see where the score line is just here, and I'm literally going to cut along that score line just there. So this is going to form the bottom of the envelope. So if I show you, it'll just go over like that, and then that'll tab up there. Perfect. So for the top, I'm going to cut away this top corner just here. I think I'm going to probably use tear and tape for this, but you can use a tape runner, glue, whatever you want to. Okay, to glue it all down. So that's there. I'm going to cut straight down this one. So I've tried to keep that one straight as well. And then I'm going to cut along here. That's it. Oops, sorry. Got a little bit stuck there. There we go. And then I'll get my tear and tape out. So I think I've done most of my cutting. I'll put my scissors away. Now I'm going to get my tear and tape out. So I'll start by doing this tab piece. It's quite a generous sized tab. You do not need to make it this big. I think I have just literally wanted to make sure that I had enough room. Just take off the back here if I can. There we go. And then this one just here. So I'm going to start with this side, and then I'm going to bring this over and press it down quite firmly, and then just turn that over. Yep, that looks great. And then I'm going to do the bottom, so I'll put some of the tear and tape on the bottom just here. Lovely. Just like that. 2 pieces. Perfect. Press it down, and then I'll just peel it off. So I do normally use my pick tool for this, but my nails seem to be working a treat. So I'll just put that on the bottom there, and then that is basically your envelope. I'm going to use the corner trio punch, which has just recently retired, but any corner punch will do for this, just to round off my two corners just there. And I'm going to use my 1/2 inch circle punch, which again you can pick these up pretty much anywhere. And I'm going to sort of eyeball the centre-ish and just do that. It just makes it a little thumb notch, just makes it a tiny bit easier to get the card in and out. I've used my stitch rectangle dies for this, and I've used the stamp set to stamp a little lemon just at the bottom, just to keep in with the theme. And I'm going to glue that on there. Again, I'll use my tear and tape. This is the bit that you will write your address on if you're going to post it, or your to if you're going to hand give it. This card can definitely be posted. I have posted a card out very similar to this recently, and it got there quite successfully. That is the UK postal system. I'm not certain that I can speak for other countries, but this went very well in the UK system, so that was good. So I think it's like Memorial Weekend in the States as well, so it's like a double celebration for our cousins over in the USA. And obviously you've got the same colour flag as us, red, white and blue, so I'm sure you'll be having lots of red, white and blue celebrations as well there, as well as us. So I do think our Queen is quite amazing, and I'm sure she'll probably be contemplating retiring after reaching this massive milestone that no other monarch in the UK has reached. So I thought this card would be amazing for her. So there you go. That is the slimline envelope, which will fit the card. Look, I've put it a little bit too far that side because I had that open, but don't think it makes any difference. But I think that's the envelope to go with the card. Okay, so let's move on to the card. So I've done the original card in Night of Navy with the red, white and blue there. So I think I'm going to do the this card in the real red. So the colours main colours I'm going to use for this project are Daffodil Delight, Pacific Point, Real Red and Garden Green. And I'm going to use some of the papers out of the Coordinating Designer Series paper, which is called the Tea Boutique. It is gorgeous. So I'm just going to use the red and the blue, but you can see that this paper is stunning. It's just absolutely beautiful. Love it. I really like this stripe one here as well. So I do like the B sides as much as I like the A side, and I love that lemon one. So I'll definitely be doing a lemony project with you soon. So yeah, this is a fantastic 6x6 Designer Series paper pack, and it goes beautifully with the stamp set and the dies as well. So this is the Real Red cardstock for the card, and the card is 6 inches by 7 inches. So this is the 7-inch side, and this is a 6-inch side. So I'm going to make a 7x3 slimline card. So I'm going to score along the 3-inch line on the 6-inch side. Okay, so now I'm just gonna create the base of the card, which is just here. And while I'm here, I'm just gonna double check. Looks like it fits. I think there's enough room to allow for the dimension. Yep, definitely within that envelope, so that's perfect. So I cut some layers. My matte layers are 2 3/4 by 6 3/4. So I've done a plain one for the outside, and then I've just stamped the 2 little lemons for the inside. So I think I'll pop my inside layer on first, and then I'll pop my outside layer on ready. So I wonder if anybody's got any parties to go to this week. So in the UK, we normally have a May Day bank holiday towards the end of May, but we've sort of delayed it a little bit to have it at the beginning of June to coincide with the Jubilee, and we've had an extra day added. So we've got 2 days off, Thursday and Friday of this week. So I'm very excited. So I actually took a little bit of annual leave for the week. So I've got the whole week off. So I'll be going to do lots of fun things this week. So when you're seeing this, which will be Wednesday, I will be going to, I live in Wales, which is in the United Kingdom, and it's my dad's birthday. And I will be going to a place called Abergavenny, to a lovely restaurant called the Hardwick Restaurant. We've booked a table. It's one of my father's favourite restaurants. It's a Michelin star, I think it is. I don't know. It feels like it is when you go there. But it's absolutely gorgeous and the food is divine. I know that it was a long time ago, but when we had the G8 summit in Wales and Barack Obama came over, this chef actually was one of the chefs that cooked for him. So it did like a big banquet meal. So yeah, it was lovely. And it so happened we went to his restaurant the day before. So he was telling us about his prep. So we knew the menu a day before, which was rather exciting. But yeah, so looking forward to that. So when you're watching this, think of me enjoying my lovely meal at the Hardwick. Okay, so I'm going to get my card out so I've got my base here now, and I've put my matte layers on, which I've glued. And then I've got my die cut pieces. There's quite a lot of die cutting and stamping here. So I've done a little bit of it in advance just to speed up this process for you. So I'm going to just basically alternate some of these to see which pattern I might like them to follow. So do I want that? No. We don't want two reds together, do we? No, that wouldn't be good form. But we might have to have some blues together. So yeah, there we go. Like that or like that. Not sure. Or maybe like that. What do you think? I wish I had talking television here. That would be awesome. So I think I'm probably gonna do a similar to what I've done up here. I'm gonna have the two blues in the middle with a sentiment sort of hidden under them. And then I'm gonna have that I think I'm gonna have it like that. Yeah, super. So I'll start with the bottom one, which I'm gonna glue directly on. So I'm gonna try and be relatively sparing with my glue because I definitely have a real love of putting too much glue on. So I'll start with the bottom one just here. And then I'll stick a little bit more on this one just here because the sentiment is going to go around this area. So I'll try and put that one maybe like that. There we go. And then that one and that one. Yeah, that looks perfect. So I'll just make sure I'm angling this one correctly for I can fit my, there we go. Fit my flowers on. They're not flowers, sorry. Fit my leaves on. Very careful not to put flowers in this project as that was the theme. There we go. So I'll pop this one on now. A little bit of glue just on there. And we'll prop that one like that. I do love this theme so much. Right. So let me just get this right. And I love the idea of stacked teacups as well. It just feels so very British. So let me just pop a little bit of glue on here. Again, try to be sparing. I'm talking to myself when I say this because, as I say, I do quite frequently over glue these things. So if I pop that just like that, sort of goes to the edges, doesn't it? And then I can put a bit of glue on the back of here and pop this final card on. So I have cut these out using some of the DSP, and I have used then a white, there we go, that sort of looks like it's coming out of the teacup, doesn't it? So I've used the Designer's Use paper from the Tea Boutique to cut out this red and this blue, and then I've used white cardstock to die cut out the additional layer to go over the top, and I've just glued those together. I've done something similar with the lemon pieces. I've used the stamp set to stamp this lemon, and then I've used this lovely little piece here to cut out in white to create the segment separation a little bit. And I finally stamped this lovely sentiment, "Take care of yourself," which I thought was really sweet, which I've actually stamped this in Night of Navy, but I've used the I've used the pretty pillar box dies in this one here. I would say that these two sentiment die cut, I use these all the time. I absolutely love them. So yeah, definitely my favourites. I think it looks like a cloud, doesn't it? I think that's what it is. And I've got the cloud punch, but I love the stitched bit. So I'm probably going to pop that there. Now I've brought down 2 ribbons. So I've got these are, I think today you will find that the mini catalogue is retired. I think this is going live on the 1st of June. So the mini catalogue is retiring, and I'm pretty certain that these 2 ribbons are in that retirement list. And if I remember rightly, they're both slightly discounted, maybe by about 20–30%. These are fantastic ribbons. Cannot believe they're retiring. Absolutely gutted. This one is the Denim Ribbon. We did have this a little while ago, and then it retired and came back. I can assure you I will be ordering some of these, and I'll be ordering some for customer gifts as well. So if they're available, I'll be straight on that website ordering as soon as it goes live, because I love this ribbon, and it's just so versatile. It goes with lots of projects. And then there's this beautiful linen effect ribbon, which is called the faux linen ribbon, and it's in the real red, and it just looks so lovely. So I don't know which ribbon to use. I'm going to have a little look at what this looks like. How does that look? Is that a little bit too red maybe? Let's have a look at the denim with it. I've got a real love for this denim one, in fairness, so I could probably see myself using it just because I love it so much. So yeah, if you don't already have a demonstrator, please do consider following the links below to shop with me. Oh, I'm not sure. What's your feeling? Do you think the denim, or do you think the red? I feel like probably the red is more appropriate, because this card is much more a red card, a red version. Yeah, I think I'll go with the red for this one. So yeah, if you don't already have a demonstrator, please do consider, if you'd like to purchase any Stampin' Up products, please do consider shopping with me. We'll put my links at the bottom of this. There we go. That sort of looks nice, doesn't it? At the bottom of this blog post, so do check down below. Right, I'm going to pop a tiny bit of ribbon just there to catch it. And sorry if you can hear outside. My husband has very timely decided to clear our decking down, because we have a very short summer in the UK, and if it's on its way, we do need to take action. So yeah, he's out there doing that. So apologies if you can catch that in the noise. And my beautiful dog is trying to get back in as well. There we go. So I'll pop that there, and I'm going to put some more of this on here, because this is how I'm going to stick this one just into place, and then I'll use some dimensionals to stick the whole project up, the whole sentiment up, sorry. I'm also going to use some dimensionals on the lemon pieces, segments, which I love. I just think they look so pretty. I can see me doing just a lemony project with those, with that and the designer series paper of the lemons that I showed you earlier from the Tea Boutique. Oops, this one does not want to come up. Oh, I'm not sure what I've done there. I should have got my pick tool, I think. There we go. So I'll grab some Stampin' dimensionals just here, and I'll pop some of those on the back all over to try and make sure my sentiment pops up. Lovely, and one just maybe in the centre just there. Great, so let's have a little go at taking these off and sticking my sentiment down. I think this is our Queen's been quite poorly, and when I was designing this card I felt like this take care of yourself sentiment really went well with that. So I'm going to try and centralise this as best I can. There we go. So I'll pop that there. Now I'm going to turn 2 of these over, I think, and pop some more of these dimensionals just on the back. I'm only going to put 1 in the centre because these are quite cute and little. And I wonder, do I want 3 this time? Just to change the variety up a little bit. So we did have 1 just here, which I quite liked. And then I think we did have 1 here. Do I want a 3rd? Where would the 3rd sit? Okay, so what do we think? Do we think another lemon maybe there, or maybe down here? No, I think happy with that. And I'm going to go straight to my, so I've got some of these brass butterflies and I've nearly used this pack. So I'm going to, I've got my next pack ready to go. And I think I'm going to, because I've left my pick tool away from where I film, I'm going to use my, see if I can use my scissors to pop these down. So I'll pop this one just up here as if it's in the plants. And then I'll do a little one just down here, just there. And then 1 more just up there, I think. Another little one, if I can pick them up. Oh, I much prefer my pick tool to using scissors. And I'll pop that one maybe a bit more like that. There we go. So I just wanted to show you that this does fit in the envelope. In fact, this envelope's probably a bit too big because I can slosh it around. Actually, no, it's probably quite perfect when I seal it up. But I've made this envelope a little bit bigger, so you could make it smaller if you had a smaller piece of designer series paper that you wanted to use. But I wanted to allow enough, because it's got a little bit of width. I wanted to allow it enough room. And this one I made really snug. I'll show you. So I made this one slightly slimmer, and it does fit the card, but it's really tight. So I can get it in there just, but getting it out is a feat because it's such a tight fit. So the measurements I've given you are slightly bigger to fit this card nicely, so you can get it in and out with ease. So these are my projects. These are my cards for the Stamp Around the UK video hop with the theme of anything but flowers. So I've avoided using flowers. I've used leaves, teacups, lemons, butterflies, but not a hint of a flower in sight. The theme for this card for me was to celebrate the Queen's 70th year reigning, and so therefore it's her 70th Jubilee celebration in the UK. So I have picked the colours red, white and blue for that. So I do hope you've enjoyed the project, and happy Memorial Weekend, I guess, to my American friends out there. And again, you can celebrate, you could definitely case this card for your Memorial Weekend because of the red, white and blue as well. So I am going to ask you if you could kindly follow the links below to the other people, the other demonstrators and friends of mine that are taking part in this video hop. And please do follow all of the links, and do comment and like and subscribe. We would all be delighted, and we all love to make projects and to share them with people, and it is really lovely when people subscribe because it gives us the boost to keep making these videos. Okay, so I'm going to say bye for now, guys, and happy crafting.